You're not losing time because you have too many tasks. What's actually happening is your team has no idea which decisions they can make, the ones that need to come back to you, or how they make decisions in your organization. So it means that every single decision is coming back to you. So what are we going to do about it? Give me the next 4 minutes and I'll walk you through what we like to call here at Imaginate the Decision Delegation Matrix. Now, it's a simple framework that stops you being the human operating system for your business and puts decision-making back where it belongs. And that is not in your hands, but in the hands of your team. So if you want a copy of the Decision Delegation Matrix, we've got you covered. We can hook you up. So just drop the word decide in the comments below and we'll send it straight across. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Amanda Rosazza. I'm the founder here at Imaginate. And we've worked with over 300 businesses over the last 10 years to get their operations out of chaos and into control. I've spent that time extracting invisible knowledge from founders' heads and turning it into searchable, scalable systems. We like to call it your business Google. And in every one of my videos, you'll get one thing you can implement immediately. So here's the thing. I see you. You've become the unofficial IT support department, HR department, and quality control in your organization for your entire business. Every morning, your team is standing around waiting for you to unblock their stalls, their bottlenecks, all of the things that are stopping them from moving forward. And you're answering the same questions on repeat, which is absolutely painful, right? And it's not because they don't know how to think. They're actually really great people, but no one's ever clearly told them how they can make decisions or what they're allowed to decide on. So we're going to change that today. Now, most of you, I see you trying to fix this by holding team meetings, which, that's a step in the right direction. So please don't stop holding team meetings. Or maybe you're sending longer Slack messages, or maybe you're building out what we see out in the wild is called a culture of ownership. And they're all helpful, but they don't actually solve the root problem. You might even tell them, you don't need to come to me every time. That could be part of it as well. But then what we see happen is someone makes a call that goes sideways, right? And we've all been there. We've all been there. Someone makes that call that goes sideways, and then the invisible rules come back into play. Better ask the boss first. We've all been there before. So the real problem is not that your team isn't taking that initiative or they lack the ability to take initiative. It's they lack clarity. So the real issue here is clarity. So ask me anything, and I've been this bottleneck in my business as well. So I see you. Ask me anything is not a delegation system. Okay. That's not the solution. It's an open invitation to keep you in the weeds when your team will always and forever just come and ask you. So without a documented framework for which decisions belong to whom and when, your team will always default to the safest option, which is to check with you. The system itself is broken. The people themselves are fine, I promise you. So here's the solution. We like to call it, as I said, the Decision Delegation Matrix. So let me share this. Alrighty, so I've pre-populated this to save us some time, team, but this is our 3-step system that transfers real decision-making authority without the chaos, right? So the first thing you want to do is categorize decisions. So map the decision types that come across your desk, just as we have exactly right here. So the first type is autonomous. The second type is guided. Third is consulted. Fourth is founder decisions. Now you'll see we've got them mapped out under frequency and impact. Is the frequency rare or is it frequent? Is the impact low or is it high? Okay, so that's how we've got these mapped out. So most day-to-day decisions or questions that you get asked, these are reversible and urgent, right? So these are the ones that would sit frequent and low impact. right? So they're usually the ones that mostly should never need your input, right? So step number 2 is we assign authority. So for each of these categories, we define exactly who decides, who is consulted, and who simply needs to be informed after the fact. Write it down. Write it down in the boxes. And this can be scrappy the first time you do it, team. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect or absolutely beautiful. Get it done. And please don't write it in Slack. Remember, you can get our template for this. Use our template and do a scrappy version, then create the pretty version that your team can reference independently, okay? Now, step number 3, and this is the part that some of you will forget to do or think you don't need, but please, please, please make sure you do this. You need to do escalation triggers. So rather than blanket approval, define the specific conditions under which someone should escalate. So we might have something that sits here in autonomous, right? Because it's frequent and it's low impact. But maybe there's a scenario for that one where it has to come back to us as the founder. So maybe it means that we're spending a massive chunk of money to fix a problem. That's one that we see all the time. So decisions involving more than a certain amount of money or affecting a customer contract, for example. There's some really, really good examples. Everything else can come back to ownership, right? So from there, what we've done is we've created this beautiful, beautiful system. I'll just stop sharing now. So we've created this really incredible system because we've replaced the unspoken rule of just ask the boss, which is absolutely fantastic. Once you imagine a world where that is removed and it's no longer a thing, the team has the context that they need to move and act confidently and independently. That's the free path. You can build this matrix yourself, team. So like I said, put your hand up. We're going to send you our free resource. You can build it yourself using exactly what I've taught you. And the document that we send you has step-by-step instructions. We've got you covered. Now, the accelerated path is having someone to map this for you directly from your actual workflows so that it's specific to any given situation, not generic. Now, like I said, if you want to swipe our decision delegation matrix, drop decide in the comments below and we will send it straight across to you. Now, this is what I'm saying, team. This is what is amazing. You can literally sit down with the matrix today, fill in those 4 decision categories that I showed you, assign the authority levels, and by tomorrow morning, your team will have a framework to act from. This is a game changer. There is a reason this is our most popular resource with our clients. The questions won't stop overnight, but they'll start to slow down within a week. Within a week. That's what documented clarity will do for you.